I expressed that.
Kody's lie was so big and so bitter it made his breath stink. Hi, my name is James, and this is my take on reality. In this episode, I wanted to talk about Kody's lie and the destructive nature of his deception. Now, before I get into it, I wanted to first thank anybody who is watching the videos. I appreciate you taking these moments. I also want to take time to thank the subscribers. You guys are helping to make the channel grow and helping to get the Discord out. The whole purpose of why I put these videos out is not just to discuss the Sister Wives or reality shows, but to just open up a line of dialogue and discussion where we can talk about relationship issues and things that are going on in people's lives and hopefully help somebody. Now let's get it. Now when we talk about the destructive nature of these lies, the lie that he told centered around the idea that he wanted to get back to Mary, and he was considering going back to Mary and trying to work things out with Mary and reconciling their marriage. And Christine, out of jealousy and because she's playing games, threw a hissy fit and derailed any opportunity that Kody had on getting back with Mary and reconciling their marriage. This is a damn lie. It doesn't make any sense. Aside from the fact that when he told the lie, he got the details of the scenario wrong. That's a huge thing. The fact that you couldn't even remember. I mean, bro, there's people who watch the show who remember better what happened than you did. And if you're going to tell this lie, especially something that you know has been filmed, because it's my understanding that at one point they were doing lives where they were talking about the episodes and talking about the seasons with fans. So you've seen these episodes. You've seen them. And by watching the episodes, why don't you just go back, watch the episode and say, oh yeah, this is what happened, and then build your lie around there. I'm not trying to give you no hints, but Jesus, Louise, at least have some integrity in the way you tell your lie. Don't be lazy about it. The second part about it is that really bothered me, and the thing that is really troublesome, there's a lot of troublesome things that happened during the tell-all. Don't get me wrong. Like the whole pick-me thing, I'm trying to be clever, so I'm going to say the only thing I'm afraid of is poverty and all that crap. Like that was all troublesome. But the thing that bothered me the most, just on a human level, was the idea that he would try to use the feelings of one wife, one person that he has a child with, against another person who he has children with. He went out of his way, because you could see in Mary's face when Suki was saying, oh, maybe you didn't know this, but Kody was thinking about getting back to you. Going back out and trying to reconcile. The way Mary's face lit up, whether you like her, dislike her, or whatever, just on a human level, you have to appreciate that in that moment, Mary was happy. She was excited to hear that Kody was actually considering getting back to her and going back out with her and trying to work things out. The sad part is that even she realizes that this isn't true, that this isn't the case. Kody has no intention of going back out with her and working things out. And the fact that he would tell that type of lie says a lot about him. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video. When you have disagreements with people, there are going to be lines that you don't necessarily want to cross. There are places you don't want to go in an argument. No matter how mad you get, you respect those borders because you understand. And I call these lines in my personal relationships, I call them nuclear options. Everybody, when you're in a relationship with people, whether it's a friendship, parenting, or your kids, or family, whoever, you're in a relationship with people, especially if you're close, the closer you are to them, the more confidences you have and you obtain, the more they come to you and ask you questions about things that may bother them, things that have them insecure, things that they don't feel confident about, and they're trusting you with these issues. And you know that you can take these issues, maybe things that they don't even trust you with per se, but you've been around them long enough to observe that these are issues and things that they have issues and problems with. And you know that if you touch one of them buttons, you push one of them buttons, you know that the relationship is over. Like it's done. Like there's no coming back. I don't care if you resolve the issue that you're fighting over. Because you went where you went, we can no longer be friends. We're going to be enemies till we die. If you jump off a building, I'm going to jump off the building after you and I'm going to choke you on the way down to the ground. Like that kind of anger and dislike will happen if you hit certain buttons with people. And this is where Kody used Mary's vulnerability as a weapon against Christine, because he's trying and attempting to not only turn Mary against Christine, but he's also trying to create a situation where he's going to turn the fans against Christine. And I think that that's where a lot of his issues and a lot of his decision makings and the lies that he's telling are centralized in. The next issue I have with Kody and his particular choice of this type of lie, he used the scorched earth approach. He's basically going to destroy and burn down everything because he's not happy, because he's hurt. Everybody's got to be hurt. Because I'm not getting along with Christine, nobody can get along with Christine. And that's how he conducted his argument. So as he's disagreeing with everything that Christine did and he's trying to throw her under the bus, he's willing to throw Mary under the bus. He's probably going to try to throw Janelle under the bus at some point, try to get those two argument. During the confessionals, he even said that, he didn't talk about how Robin and Christine didn't get along. He talked about how Christine and Janelle didn't get along, how they had been arguing for years and all the stuff they had been talking about each other and how they came to each other, because he's trying to break that relationship up. This guy is trying to burn everything down, and I have a problem with that. Regardless of whether you like her or not, she's the mother of your children. And whether you get along with her or not, it's critical for you guys to be able to sit down and have at least a basic conversation about truly. You have a minor child together. This isn't a situation where you have adult children. You don't really have to deal with each other except for birthdays, holidays, and maybe for weddings or funerals or some type of event like that. These are people who have minor children together. So why are you trying to create problems and chaos and discord amongst these women? So you want Mary going after Christine, or you want Christine to feel like she can't ever come home, or she doesn't want to come back to Arizona? You want to create an environment where she doesn't feel comfortable coming into Arizona because Mary might be waiting at the airport for her, because she want to take a pound of flesh because she destroyed her life? Mary has been living for the possibility that the two of them, Kody and her, can work their relationship out. She's been living for that possibility. And what you're saying is Christine took that away. Mary has put a lot of her stuff on pause because she's trying to work this relationship out. Even when she sits there and says, "Oh, I'm a strong, independent woman, and basically I don't need a man. I don't need Kody." Well, would you get back with Kody? Would you give all that up to be with Kody? I sure would, without a doubt. Yes, I would. Like she wants to be with him bad, and the fact that you're trying to turn her against him is ridiculous. And the whole point, like I said, if he knew, if he thought that he could for a minute turn this against Christine, he would have already used it. This isn't a tool. Kody doesn't strike me as a super tactician where he's later, I'm going to wait till the tell-all to reveal this. No, he would have blurted that out when they were sitting on the porch arguing. And this gets into the destructive nature of dishonesty. You have to be able to trust the people that you're dealing with. And the people who you deal with have to take you into consideration. When they tell you things, they have to take your feelings into consideration. And that's part of it too. That's part of the responsibility, that you recognize that you have people on your team who are willing to go to the mat for you. Mary is willing to go to the mat for Kody. And the sad part is that Kody took that for granted, and then he tried to use it in a destructive manner. Finally, I would say that what you choose to lie about can be revealing and very telling about what's important to you. Kody told this particular lie because he's not just trying to hurt Christine. He's trying to get Christine kicked off of TLC. He's trying to damage her reputation amongst the fans. So his way of trying to get to Christine is to get her kicked off the show, which jeopardizes her money. Because money is important to him, he's trying to hit her in her pockets. He can't get her in the feelings. He can't get her in the fee-fees because he's not coming around. He's not spending time with her. So the way that he's going to try to get to Christine is he's going to try to get her kicked off of TLC. And this was one of the ways in which he could do it. Because if him and Robin don't get along with Christine, then he could pull Mary in, and she doesn't get along with Christine. That only leaves Christine and Janelle. And if it's a majority rule situation, then by that logic, Christine would be out. I don't want to film with her anymore. Mary says, I don't want to film with her anymore. Robin gets to play the, I don't know, I just don't want people to be uncomfortable, because she got to be innocent. And Kody said, well, I don't want to film with her either. I don't never want to see her again. So she's off of Sister Wives. And that's the way that he thought he was going to attack her. And that's the whole purpose, what I think the whole purpose of him telling the lie is. And I'll talk in another video about why I think that the lie that he's telling and why he might be trying to get her kicked off of TLC. That's my take. I'm James. This has been my take on reality, and I'm out.
Cause I've been living life right like I